Hi everyone, this is Meir. This coming Wednesday, I'm flying to Mexico City to educate people in Mexico about my previous books, Vision for Life, the handbook in its old form, which is now Awakening Your Power of Self-Healing, which is much expanded, and we'll have it sooner or later in Spanish as well as Movement for Self-Healing that we just recently had in Audible. I just want to bring strongly again my message. How much movement is life? For most people, movement is motion in space. That's how you define it in the dictionary, and that's how you define it in every language there is. In fact, for sure, in the 4 languages that I speak. But for me, movement is true change. And true change only happens when patterns change. I'll never forget how once I ran for 8 miles and I found myself lifting my feet in the exact same height all the time. And basically, the leg muscles are voluntary. So I said to myself, lift them a little bit higher. Yeah, for a breath or two, they were higher, and then they weren't. Then I said to myself, lift them lower than the regular movement I had. And for a breath or two, they were lower. Very quickly, they returned to the same height that impacted my knees and hips and ankles all the time, as most runners do and as most runners injure themselves. At least I did it bare feet on the beach, just with my bathing suit. I said to myself, that's ridiculous. I don't have control over my voluntary motions. I bathed in the cold ocean. I crawled on the beach, crisscross, looking at each arm separately, and then I did what I pleased. Sometimes, for as many as 100 steps, I would lift the legs high, sometimes low, and I did what I wanted with them. Well, think what happens with yourself. What kind of a victim of your own habits you are in every way you can think. So for me, movement is life, and change of patterns is what starts life. And patterns are so embedded in us, they're like a bone in the body, if not more solid than that. So our patterns, which are as heavy as stones, basically inhibit the best motion we could have. Our patterns are the beginning of negative thoughts that we have for a long time. And if we learn to change our patterns in small and big ways, we'll change our life in the most positive way there is. So walk backwards. Look to the left, backwards, look to the right, backwards, and then walk backwards. It's going to be toe to heel, naturally. But when you walk forwards, remember walking heel to toes. As many people stamp on their legs and lose their hip joints, lose their knees, and with time, we lose sense of how well we could actually be. This August, I'm starting a new version of my training course, where I would ask people to really understand the concepts behind self-healing, just like this one that I was talking about now. Change in patterns is really new birth for you. Many blessings. Until next time, Meir.